Welcome back to the High-Low. This is episode 3. I'm your host, Ghatt.
And I'm Mo.
And we'll be reviewing all of last month's BBL action. We just want to take a time out to say thank you for all the support. We truly appreciate it. I know I do, and I know Mo does for sure.
Facts.
This is a journey for us diving into the BBL, not just from a reviewing aspect, from just taking in all these games as much as well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is definitely the most BBL games I've watched.
Yeah, exactly. Never watched as much in my life. Maybe one or two because my friends played in it, but that's all, man.
And from all it's way more interesting than what people tell you it is.
Exactly. The level's a lot more competitive also. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot more competitive.
So yeah, but thanks for the support and continue to follow through with us on this journey. One of the highs of the month were the cup finals, where unfortunately I wasn't able to make it down, but Mo, you was there, right?
Yeah, I was there, man. Me and Aaron was there.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. And WBBL game first, the finals.
Yeah.
Sheffield Hatters and Seven Oaks. So that's Seven Oaks were there last year as well.
Yeah, they were there last year too. It was the women's game was much more entertaining than anything else. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fourth quarter was incredible. It was a very close game. The Hatters won, but I thought the Suns were going to win. I actually put money on them to win.
Put money on them?
Yeah, I lost some money, man.
You bet on the BBL?
Yeah. Some good returns. I'm not going to lie, good returns. But, so yeah, it was a very entertaining game. Sarah Toyena, though, she played amazing. She was aggressive from the start, even though they kept the lead most of the game. And then it got close towards the fourth quarter where they were exchanging stuff.
Exchanging buckets, yeah.
She won the MVP. And she deserved it. Even like the last game, she's been hooping late. She's been amazing last game also. Oh. So, I mean, if you don't watch WBL, you should, because there are a lot of talented individuals in that league. And there was so much, it was like, for the women's game, it was packed. But towards the beginning, it wasn't, because the game was at 12.
That's just in the beginning, yeah, people getting there.
Not everyone came towards the middle of the women's game because they want to watch the men's game and stuff, which, I mean, it's sad, but it is what it is. But the atmosphere there was crazy for women's basketball. It was amazing because that game was very entertaining. Very entertaining. Also on the day we had the dunk contest. Yes, we did.
So yeah, tell me a bit more about that. I'd love to hear about that, man.
The main interesting part about the actual dunk contest was the actual finals between London Royals' Deshaun Much and the actual Glasgow Rocks' Murray Hendry. That Murray boy can jump, you know.
Can get up there?
Up. I think if he didn't mess up his dunk, he might have won. But there was one dunk that Much threw down that made me actually drop my phone. I was recording it, and I had dropped my phone, and I walked away because it was incredible what he did. So he sealed it. He won that. So got the Royals silverware. You know, first rookie year in the league, and he won the dunk contest, which was pretty good. It was good for the BBL too because it was an entertaining one. It was a very entertaining one. And then obviously we went on to actual men's finals between the Lions and the Rocks. Game was very one-sided, I'm not gonna lie, it was very one-sided. Like we said before,
Lions been dominant for the whole season.
Yeah, but we wanted Newcastle and Lions to be in the finals for the exact reason, because I was sitting there with Aaron, I was like, no offense to the Rocks, but they got pummeled, man. The only guy that I saw that actually tried or was hungry and wanted to win was Kieran Achara. Like, he was all over the floor, loose balls, everything. At his age, he's the vet, and he's diving on the floor and everything for every possession. Like, so he wanted it, but the Lions were just too much. And Brandon Peel. Boy, that guy was hooping. I'm not gonna lie, he deserved the MVP. I think he was in the 20s in 3 quarters.
In 3 quarters?
Yeah, and then it became a blowout win and sat down.
So they're trading buckets at all? Just blowout?
Nah, it was one-sided. It was a one-sided game. The beginning, yes, they had a little comeback, but it was pretty much one-sided. The highlight of the weekend was Vince McCauley's suit coat. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, listen, he came in with some gold suit coat. And I said, yeah, this man's winning something today. He's not leaving without. So I saw his coat and I was like, ooh! Cause I saw him walking around in his normal clothes, innit? I think he had the stuff.
He done an outfit change.
Yeah, the outfit change.
Vince,
but obviously it's a long ride, innit? You come early. No, they stayed overnight, my bad. Well, I know the team stayed overnight, I don't know about him. Yeah. But, you know, came with some fly-ass jacket.
But shout out Vince, because actually when you're thinking about that now, every time you catch him at the home games, even the away games, he's suited and booted.
No, but this jacket, I don't know if you saw it on Instagram, because there's a picture of him carrying Justin, innit? Like when they won. It was a big celebration when they won. But that jacket says like, I came here to win. It's gold. It's gold. It's gold. But yeah, man, the Lions continue to show their dominance throughout the season. They want to go 4-4. I think they can.
I think they're more than capable of doing it.
I mean,
showed that.
Yeah, well, it's sports, you know. Also, anything can happen, but I think they're capable of doing it. You know, like, it was a good week. It was a good day for the BBL that day. I wish the men's game was more competitive. You know, with Newcastle in there instead of the Rocks, but it is what it is. The Rocks deserved it. They deserved it, you know, because they beat Newcastle. Yeah. Fair dues to them, but they just didn't show up in the game, I guess. But they did have a game before that. Ghatt and I were lucky enough to interview London Lions point guard and BBL reigning MVP Justin Robinson. Here it is.
We're down at Regal Basketball with London Lions MVP guard Justin Robinson. How does it feel coming off a cup final victory?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's the first piece of silverware in 11 years for London Lions. So it's obviously an exciting time. All the coaches are excited, all the fans, all the players. So we just got to try to keep it rolling. You know, we got the trophy coming up next, so you know, just got to try to keep it rolling.
So obviously winning the cup, do you guys think you can go 4-4 and win everything this year?
Yeah, I mean, that is the goal. If we don't win 4 out of 4, I wouldn't say it's a failure, but it'll be disappointing. You know?
I think the way you guys are constructed, I think it's possibility, like it's realistic.
Me too. I mean, we're in the semis for the trophy, play Manchester, and again, like to us, it's nothing new. You know, like I said, we keep saying every game is a championship game. You know, we know what's at stake. We know that we got a target on our back. We know that teams up their level when they play us. So, you know, we're gonna be ready, and you know, we just come and perform and play hard.
In the trophy, there's also potential for a London finals. Does that sound interesting to you, or are you not fussed about the opponent when it comes down to it?
Not too fussed personally. It's just a game, you know. At the end of the day, you have to win the game, so you can't get caught up in who you're playing and what guys on this team and that team. But I think it will be great for the league to have an all-London final. I'm sure all the news outlets will soak it all up. I mean, when we won the cup, you know, it was on BBC and all the newspapers and stuff, so I can only imagine if it was 2 teams from London that were playing, and then of course we're gonna have the social media, people hyping it up, you know, about all the guys that grew up in London, that are playing in London. So, I mean, personally, like I said, I don't really care, you know. I'm just going to get another title.
So like now in the BBL, you see a lot of guys from here playing here now, but I would say you're the reason they did that, because you were one of the better players to do so first. What made you want to come back home?
I wouldn't say I'm the reason.
I would say.
Okay,
from our perspective, my perspective, it's true. Yeah.
I would say if you didn't do it, a lot of guys that are doing it now wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I'm one of the more notable players to come back and stay at home as well. So I think that's the reason why I'll be.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think for me it was a bit of a different situation. Obviously, I got 2 young kids, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So, you know, the coming and going was too tough emotionally. You know, having to leave. You know, at the time it was only my son. But then at the same time, I wanted to get my life started. You know, start working on things after basketball. You know, long term. You know, start being a normal person. You know, because. Each time you're away, it's hard to set up things and you know, credit cards, you know, all these little things. And so, I mean, for me, it was just a situation where Vince approached me. You know, we sat down and spoke business, and you know, he gave me an offer that I thought was suitable. You know, so I mean, I'm happy with the choice personally. So I can't really complain, man.
So what was it like your first year in BBL? And did you have, like coming in, did you have ideas about it? And did those ideas change?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like growing up when you hear BBL, you know, you kind of think like, oh, you know, the level's not as high, or all the players aren't that good or blah blah blah. You just kind of hear these things growing up, you know. But
that's still the impression a lot of kids have now.
Yeah.
It's not a serious league as such.
But then when I started playing, start realizing that basketball is basketball, man. There's good players everywhere, you know. And I was impressed with the league, you know, the level of play, and also like the level of coaching, you know. It kind of exceeded my expectations, you know. So, yeah, I mean, to me it's a good league, and compared to last year, the league's a lot more competitive, you know. You know, you got a few guys that were in the league that came back, and again, you got local guys that grew up in London that are coming back, you know. So, from here, it can only get better, man. It can only get better.
Considering there's a potential with the Lions to go 4 for 4, and you've already got the cup down already, your contract is coming up at the end of the season, isn't it? So does the fact that you guys may go 4 for 4 sway that you may stay with the Lions? Is there any possibility of leaving the Lions?
Staying in London.
Staying in London.
Leaving the Lions. Going to another place.
I mean, as of now, I can't really see myself leaving, you know. Of course, if you go 4 for 4, that's more incentive to stay anyway, you know. Who's going to leave somewhere where you're winning doesn't make sense, you know. Obviously, when that time comes, you know, the contract has to be right, you know, it's got to be right for me. I'm not going to let anyone dictate what I want to do or what's best for me and my family, you know. So, but as of now, for me, it's a good situation, you know, I'm comfortable. Me and Vince got that relationship, you know, where we can kind of keep it honest with each other, you know.
I saw him pick you up in that. In the picture.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can say my piece to him and he will listen, you know. So, that's always a good thing, you know, when your coach or GM or president or whoever takes your advice and listens to you. So, yeah, as of now, you know, if anything major change, I'm sure you man will hear about it, you know. So, yeah.
All right, well, Justin, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Anytime, man. Anytime you might need a little interview or something, just holler, man.
There's been a lot of new signings this month as well.
Yeah, there has been, man.
Yeah, the City Royals just signed a G League guard, Wes Washburn. Now that's a big signing.
Shows that like the league can attract real talent, for real.
Yeah. We also had the returning of Dean Wanless to Manchester Giants, creating a powerful front court.
Yeah, it's true. And I guess he helped in the overtime win against Worcester. Went double overtime.
Double overtime.
Crazy.
In the BBL.
Just shows Worcester cannot win a game, no matter how far it goes. I believe they're like 1 and 18.
1 and 18.
Wow, man. They should give out free tickets now. No one should pay to watch them. In my opinion, that's just ridiculous. And also, Surrey briefly signed Ryan Richards for a few games.
Quick little stint.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Showed off an impressive range as well.
They still playing like trash too. But, you know, it is what it is. Some teams just can't get it together this year, you know?
Surrey Scorchers only 3 wins this season. So
3?
3 wins.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
21 games, 3 wins?
I mean, they're not as bad as Worcester, you know. But I mean, very close.
Very close.
Very, very close. Very close.
Another big hire of the month was the BBL is back on BBC.
Yes, that's a big deal.
Big deal.
Big deal, man, big deal.
Live basketball on British TV.
For free.
For free. Alright, so I'm going to give a huge thank you to the sponsors of our show, Tokyo Time, the official headwear partner of the BBL. And for your chances to win this Tokyo Time hat, please head over to our Instagram at the HIGH-LOW Ep3.